Number 14, Janne Lind. Number 15, Tom Holmbeck. The coach is Roy Nurmi and assistant coach Lori Valovirta. On the other side of the pool, playing for Sweden, number 1, Petter Aronsson. Number 2, Emmanuel Johansson. Number 3, Jakob Thun. Number 4, Andreas Bergenholtz. Number 5, Edvin Mortensson. Number 6, Andreas Höglund. Number 7, Joel Forsberg. Number 8, Ulf Ridell. Number 9, Petter Ekman. Number 10, Gustav Cavadin. Number 11, Stefan Poltergach. Number 12, Sebastian Brandström. Number 13, Henrik Waldeng. Number 14, Jens Westerlin. And number 15, Carl Falk. The coach's acting head coach is Christopher Suarez. So we have been going now for a couple of minutes. I don't have a game clock myself here, so I would say we're in 2.5 minutes, and Sweden is in possession of the ball underneath, trying to get into the finished basket. The ball's out and a back picks it up. He heads up to the surface, and they've cleared the zone. They're out in the middle of the pool. Is scrum on the surface. So Finland now trying to set something up. Coming down on the right side of the Swedish goal, forced up, and the ball drops down to the bottom, picked up. Now taken by Sweden. A fast break to the other side of the pool. They hold the play up here on the side. Not in too much of a hurry. Getting closer to the basket. Coming in from the bottom. He's got picked up by a back there. Now the ball must be on the surface. I spoke with Christian Schaefer of Denmark and asked him who he favored in this match. He said Sweden slightly, and he thought that it might be a relatively high-scoring game. He didn't explain why, but could it be nerves, new younger players making mistakes? But so far, no score, 0-0 here in the first half. And about 4 minutes have gone in this game. Oh, pushing in. The referees this match are Bob Robinson on deck, Lars Olsen and Kai Thronson in the water. Free throw here in favor of Finland. Okay, the action resumes. And this Finnish free throw. Oh, picked up by Juha there along the wall. And Finland's coming in. And they have position underneath the basket and manages to continue the attack. It's a good attack here. The pressure on Sweden is broken off, but Sweden doesn't have an easy clearance out of their own zone. A little bit of back and forth here. Taken at last by Finland. I mean, it's Juha had the ball there. You can recognize him by the ponytail. Okay. Another attack on the Swedish basket here. And Sweden takes possession, floating up to the surface here in a scrum. Back down with Finland. Spin round here, forced away. And the Swedish defense is stabilized. Two players go in. Ball bounces out on the bottom. Halt to the action. Referee. Free throw in favor of Finland. Okay, they're coming in again. Finland on the attack. So after 2/3 of the first half here, there was some initial possession advantage by Sweden, but it shifted over to Finland. And this is the first time that Sweden's been on the attack for a while. Tied up, forced to the surface. We see a player's lost. Stefan Pultagac lost his mask there. And a free throw awarded to Sweden. Could have been attack on equipment. Sweden now coming in from above, gets the pass down to the bottom, and the Finnish defenders are there. They break it up. And Sweden's back again. Down along the bottom, looking for an opening on the left side, and passes back over. But the ball that came out was just picked off. Sweden managed to regain possession here. Trying to get past the back. I think that was Barry and Holtz there. Again broken up by Finland, and they're trying to clear. Forechecking's pretty good here. And Sweden takes it back. No score here still in the first 10 minutes. A little bit under 10 minutes has gone by. And here the first match of the European Championships. Coming in along the bottom, pass over to the left side. He gets his hand, he's holding on to the goalie's neck, lifting him off. New goalie's come down. The referee blows the whistle. These are two pretty experienced teams. Finland has a lot of veteran players. Sweden has a few newer, younger players. Jens Westerlin. Sebastian Brandström. Edvin Mortensson. And Emmanuel Johansson, the young guys coming up here for Sweden. Okay, Sweden coming in again from above. And it's a goal. Sweden has scored. It was a strong move there. It was a Berrien Holtz who scored there. So Cuban Suarez, the Swedish coach, is telling them that they're doing a good job. Of course, you're happy they scored a goal here, and it was a strong move on the goal there. Berrien Holtz just forced the ball in. This is the first match that we broadcast here, and we're still working on some of the technical details. Later, we're going to have a dynamic camera, but we have to get that set up. We have several more days of action here, of course, so things should get better as we go along, and we're going to have live stream comments and interact with the audience. It's coming, so be patient. And Finnish television broadcasting, public service Yle is here. They're going to give coverage to the competition. So how is Finland going to respond to this first goal by Sweden here? A couple of minutes left here in the first half. Finland in possession, lurking outside. And now they're coming in. Pass down, he's got a teammate who wants to get the ball. He's coming in from above, tangled up in the goalie's feet, and then the forward picks him up. And Sweden looking pretty stable here, but now Finnish player coming in from above. He was reaching for the goalie's neck, couldn't get it, and Finland is pushed out. There's a Jari Hoivikorpi there. Dropped to the bottom. And picked up by Sweden. And it's a fast break all the way over to the other side. And, a lot of pressure on the goal there. But they didn't manage to hold on to the ball. Probably hit the goalie, and then the ball bounced out. So Finland manages to tie up, slow the Swedish offense down. We got a Swedish player on the right side of the basket waiting. And he gives up. Ball's on the other side. The back is there. Goalie slaps the offensive player a little bit. Now another chance. No. Tied up. 2-on-1. Finland stabilizes again. The back comes down and is in position. Probably not too much time left. I don't have a game clock here, but we started on time at about 9 o'clock here, finish time, so it should be the end of the first half here soon. Finland fighting from above. They've got position, but now Sweden managed to stabilize. On the surface. Referee halts the action. Sweden on the attack now. Tied up. Finland So it's halftime, and the players are going to switch sides now. Sweden has taken a lead here in the first match of the European Championships. There are two groups on the men's side. Sweden and Finland are together with Turkey and Germany. On the other side of the draw, we have Norway, Denmark, and Spain. I'm going to go and just double check with the protocol table to find out who scored the goal and if there was an assist awarded. back on the air here. I checked, and the player who scored the goal for Sweden was Jens Westerlin. And they didn't know if there was any assist. So Jens Westerlin there. Could we get a camera on the game clock? Okay. All right, second half here. I'm here with Kai. Kai set all of this equipment up, and we're going to have game clock and other features to the video transmission, the broadcast. So Sweden is leading here in the first match on a 1-0 on a goal by Jens Westerlin. And it's Sweden on the offense here in the early in the second half. You see two players over on the right side coming in together, and they've got a teammate who they managed to get the pass to, but he was seen and was unable to hold on to the ball. Finland takes it, and a pass down to the bottom has allowed Finland to get out halfway across the pool. But they give it up, and Sweden is back over, threatening the Finnish goal. No strong attack yet. They're holding on to the ball, trying to set something up. And we have a player on the left side here waiting, but it's not going to be possible to get him a pass. Broken off here. So free throw awarded to Finland. They get the ball down to the bottom, and on the Swedish goal now. Sweden takes the ball away. They have to clear the zone. Referee halts the action. And free throw for Sweden. Riku Rantamäki going to take one more dive before exchanging. In comes Sweden. He's looking for a teammate. Eventually finds one. forward comes down, and it's goal. 2-0 for Sweden. So far this match, Sweden has had more forceful attacks on the goal, and Finland has not had as much possession. Probably 2/3 of possession has gone to Sweden. Still about 2/3 of the second half here for Finland to turn things around, but a 2-0 lead could be pretty comfortable here, so that Sweden can take a victory in their first match here. Very important to win the group. The team that wins the group pretty much goes directly to the semifinals, whereas the other teams have to enter a new round robin stage. It's complicated with a 4-3 structure for the groups. C having 4 teams and D having only 3. The Finnish player swims laterally, and now they're trying to put something together. Sweden's got a very stable defense here in place. And Finland is beginning a second wave, trying to work through the back. And the exchanges are taking place as the forward from Sweden or the back grab the ball and start to float up to the surface. And there's a scrum. This is going to take time away from any Finnish offensive opportunity. And Finland needs to get on the scoreboard here to get back in this game. 2-0. Okay, Finland halt. So Finland's got possession and is coming in on the Swedish basket. The Swedish defenders, the goalie, they're in place, and the turnover is taking it back over to the Finnish side. Sweden's outside, not coming in yet. This puts the pressure on the Finnish defense to go out and forecheck because they have to take the ball back again, down 2-0. And Finnish player managed to get the pass off. They crossed the midway point. Bounces to the bottom, picked up by Finland, and they come. I think that was Johansson there settling on the goal. Taken back by Sweden. They're trying to go on the bottom, but their passes are well covered by the Finnish defenders. Okay, on the left side here. Okay, it's a attack by Sweden here, and they're moving it around, looking for a new wave. He finds his teammate, picked off by Finland. Finland taking the ball up to the surface, and they appear to be clearing their own zone, headed over to the Swedish side. 2-0 Sweden leads here in the second half of the first game of the European Championships here in Helsinki. Sweden gets the ball back, and they're on the bottom, headed all the way over, and it's an opportunity. If he can get the pass down, he's got a teammate below. Referee's going to halt it. Timeout here called by Sweden. Who scored the second goal? Okay, so the second goal there was scored by Stefan Poldergac. Westerlin had the first score, Poldergac the second. Sweden has a 2-0 lead here in the second half, and it's a Swedish timeout. We've got Finnish public broadcasting here today. I can see the reporter over there with the microphone. Referee signals that the timeout is over. Sweden is looking quite confident right now. So Finland trying to get on the scoreboard. They dive down and start an attack on the Swedish goal. Tied up, and it's a clump of human muscle floating to the surface there, trying to get the ball. And this is not to Finland's advantage to be in this kind of a scrum fight. The ball drops down, and it's back with Finland. Finland's got a couple players lurking by the goal. Can they get it to them? And an opportunity here, picked up by the forward who came in from above. Strong guy managed to hold on to the ball, get it to the next player. This is a pretty good attack by Finland. They used the Swedish timeout to prepare themselves, catch their breath, and they're coming in strong. Sweden trying to hold on to their 2-0 lead here. a pass by a harried offensive player leads to a turnover. Nice play by Swedish defense there. They come all the way out to the middle and drop the ball down where Finland picks it up. Finland looking to get on the scoreboard here, down 2-0 in the second half. Now they're going to put some pressure on Sweden. They come in, and the attack has to go through a back in a good position. He turns around, stay between the basket. Finland holding on here. Now that Juha puts the ball into the corner and it's picked up by Sweden. The Finnish player comes in. They struggle to the surface in a scrum fight. Again, this is not to Finland's advantage to let the clock tick away like this with a 2-0 Swedish lead on goals by Poltagac and Westerlin. A lot of pressure on the goal here. Chaotic situation, but Sweden manages to stabilize. And hard fight on the surface here. The ball drops to the bottom. The Swedish player who picked it up managed to hold on to it. He swung his elbows a little bit, shake off the forechecking. And in comes Sweden. Halt to the action, free throw, holding, called against Sweden. Timeout called here. Finland calls timeout. Because 2 minutes left in the game. 2-0 lead to Sweden. So Sweden is going to win their first match pretty comfortably. 2-0 over Finland. With 2 minutes left, can Finland score 2 goals? Possible, but the odds are against it. And Finland hasn't had that many strong attempts on the goal. They've come in, but they haven't managed to get the ball onto the goalie's back, or they've been picked up by the forechecking, by the forwards, without too much stress. So Sweden's had this game under control, and they just have to hold on here, go up to the surface and kill off the clock, which is where they are. Couple of exchanges here. Finland's coming in. Oh, he's eating those fins. Pushed out, tied up. And we see the Swedish side looks pretty fresh. They're not tired. They've gotten through this game pretty easily. So Christian Schaefer predicted a Swedish victory, and he was right. Finland's got the ball, and the game is almost over. They've lost it. Got it back again. Long pass. The Finnish players don't really have any option except to come straight into the goal and fight, try to make something happen. And the Swedish defenders are on them. So even a score at this point is not going to change the result. But they do. They get it in. So Finland has scored. (2-1) now. But there's not very much time left in the game. Maybe it was Timo Peltonen who scored that goal. I'll have to double check on that. So Sweden attack on the head. So Sweden puts a free throw into play. Halted. A 2-meter rule. You get a warning from the referee to stay 2 meters away from the free throw. And so the referee's given another warning. I think, again, the 2-meter rule. You've got to give 2 meters to the team with the offensive team that's putting the ball into play with a free throw. And of course, the Finnish players are anxious to get the possession as quickly as possible because they need to score quickly in order to tie the match. But that's it. So that's it. The first game here, Sweden has come away 2-0 on goals by Poltegac and Jens Westerlin. Stefan Poltegac. We'll find out who scored for Finland here. I'll be back in just a minute. This kind of shot is no good.